Welcome to the Partner Marketing Unlocked podcast, where we focus on partner marketing, strategic partnerships, and go to market strategies to help you build stronger partnerships and drive business growth. It's been a while since I've recorded an episode, but I'm excited to bring the podcast back. And over the past year, I've had the opportunity to work with different partner organizations, channel partners, ISVs, strategic alliances, and marketing leaders. I've also just started a new role about 6 weeks ago, and I'm really excited about this role. And so, for today's episode, I want to talk about what great partner marketing looks like in tech. And this isn't just about running more webinars or doing more events or sending more emails. This episode is actually about what makes partner marketing successful in the tech environment. So let's jump in. If there's one thing I've learned throughout my career in partner marketing, that is partner marketing is a relationship business before it is a marketing business. So the best campaigns don't always happen because someone had a brilliant marketing idea. They typically happen because people trust each other, people respect each other. As a partner marketer, most partner marketers constantly work across multiple different partner types, across multiple partner organizations. And so you're working with a ton of different stakeholders. You're building relationships with your partner managers or business development managers internally. You're building relationships with your external partners, whether that's the partner marketing counterpart or the partnerships or business development um, folks. Basically, you're going to be working with a ton of different people, and you're building relationships also with your internal marketing team or corporate marketing team. You're going to be working with your product marketing team, your sales team, events, PR and communications, sometimes even with finance and legal. And if those relationships are strong across the board, then it doesn't really matter how creative your campaign was. Execution becomes difficult, it becomes slow, people stop communicating, priorities become misaligned, you reschedule and push out campaigns further and further. So, if you want to have success in partner marketing, great partner marketing starts by investing in people and relationships, both internally and externally, with your stakeholders. One thing that I don't think that gets talked about enough is that alignment, because people love talking about campaign ideas. They love talking about webinar ideas, or should we sponsor some sort of event, or can you sponsor our user conference? Should we create some sort of content? These are all fine questions. These are all fine tactics. But the better question is, are we aligned? What are our goals? Like, is the partner manager trying to accomplish the same thing as marketing? Like, I need to make sure everything that I do is around and oriented around driving pipeline. My partner manager, their goal is they are trying to drive revenue through their partners. And so, what is that revenue goal? Who are your target accounts? How do we run campaigns that will drive pipeline against those accounts, against those initiatives, against your book of business? So, that's very important, obviously, to have that alignment. Then I need to align with the corporate marketing team. Do they understand why partnerships matter? Do they understand how to get in front of the target accounts that we're focusing on with our partner? Does sales know about our integration or our partnerships? Like, how do they engage after the campaign? Is it a co-sell? What does that look like? Does leadership understand what success looks like? So I've seen campaigns outperform expensive ones, essentially, where you put a ton of budget behind a campaign. And does it work? It doesn't always work unless everybody is aligned around one objective. The positioning has to matter, the product has to matter. You have to have all of that aligned with different stakeholders if you want to run a successful campaign. And I've seen amazing ideas fail because every team was pulling in different directions. And alignment, I know it's not exciting, but it's one of the biggest competitive advantages that you can have internally and externally. Another mistake I see with a lot of partner marketers, and what they're doing is starting with tactics. And so they're focusing on, we need to do another webinar perhaps, or we need to do an ebook, or we should sponsor this event, instead of working with their partner managers to identify which partners can help solve specific business problems that your software or your product solves, basically. So, what are we trying to accomplish? Again, with me, it's always generating pipeline, but for others, it could be generating pipeline, driving marketplace adoption, increasing partner sourced or influenced revenue. It could be around launching a new integration. It could be supporting a strategic account. It could be about expanding to a new buying group within an existing customer. And there's all these different goals, but you have to start with what is that business goal? And then the marketing plan will then essentially build itself. Like, how do we get in front of those folks? What is our go to market strategy? Once we know what that business objective is, what is that goal? Then we can talk about the pain points that our better together story or that our integration can solve, basically. So, marketing shouldn't create just activities for the sake of creating activities. They should be creating business outcomes. So, one of my favorite parts about this profession is that partner marketers then become connectors. They act as the glue. You're connecting people who normally wouldn't talk to each other. And maybe your product marketing team doesn't know your alliance manager, and maybe they don't know the details around a specific integration. And then maybe your partner doesn't know your demand generation team as well or their capabilities. So this is the great way to connect different teams together. Obviously, aligning with sales, that is going to be huge as well. So you become the person who brings pretty much everyone together. You connect the partnerships team with the marketing team, then you connect your product team with the partnerships team as well. So sometimes your biggest contribution isn't a marketing campaign, but it's making the introduction that changes a partnership at your company. So that could be incredibly valuable. So, another characteristic I've noticed is that the best partner marketers make everyone's job easier. They try not to create more work. They try to simplify work. They try to build templates. They try to build playbooks if they can. If you're doing a marketing through initiative or strategy, then you build campaigns in a box. So you make it programmatic, and then you create messaging guides essentially for your partners to help position your products or your solutions. You have shared calendars with what the marketing team is running. So your partnerships team understands where they can possibly try to bring a partner in with that shared calendar. We help try to clearly communicate again across different stakeholders. So if every campaign feels like you're starting from scratch, then something is wrong, unless it is a brand new, like bespoke campaign. So great partner marketing should be more scalable over time. As you start doing more activities, you start operationalizing things, you build playbooks and templates and guides, then you can then replicate that across your partner set. Let's talk about metrics because again, that's important as well. Of course, it's hard to attribute partner marketing to pipeline sometimes. So that's going to be key is attribution, and then also just in general, not just focusing on vanity metrics. Like it's obviously great to focus on webinar registrations. Webinars are huge in partner marketing. A lot of folks do one-off webinars, and sometimes you can generate like 500 registrations, aka leads, which is great. Like it's easy to celebrate that. Or you could do some sort of social engagement, some social post on LinkedIn and get like 20,000 impressions and get like 100 or 200 or 500 likes. Like those metrics are great. They have a place, but executives they don't care about like how many registrations do we get from the webinar. They care about like, did we influence pipeline? Did we help sales? Did we create opportunities? So that's what we need to focus on more is again the pipeline and opportunities that were created. And then ultimately, you want to identify opportunities that were closed won and then double down on those activities or work more with those partners. You want to talk about customer integration. Did your campaign help increase the adoption of a specific integration? And if it did, there's not always money tied to that, perhaps, but it helps with retention, and so it helps with customer stickiness, essentially, or expansion. So, did this partnership grow? Do we create more revenue? There's so many different things you could track. But as partner marketers, we have become better at connecting marketing activity to business impact. You have to, because that's where credibility comes from. Finally, I think the best partner marketers never stop learning. And that's why I created this podcast and YouTube channels because there wasn't a lot of partner marketing content out there. And I've been in partner marketing now for 7 years. and I've been in direct marketing. If you include direct marketing, I've been in marketing for the past 11 years, but there's not a lot of content out there. And this profession changes constantly. There's so many different partner types. As a partner marketer, I've managed partnerships that were just with GSI, so working with PwC and Accenture and EY and those types of partnerships. And then I've worked with channel partnerships where basically you're looking at resellers or referral partners or solution providers or value added resellers. I've also done ISVs or marketplace partners. We're working with like AWS or Snowflake or HubSpot or MailChimp or tons of different other ISVs. And so it's huge to stay on top of the newest trends, the newest updates. Like AI is a big thing. That's changing how we create campaigns. It's changing how we synthesize information. Marketplaces are becoming even more important. Like obviously, like again, if you don't have a platform, if you're just a standalone product, you want to start integrating with the tools that your customers need as well. So marketplaces are obviously important. Co-selling continues to evolve. Commercial agreements, partner ecosystems are becoming more complicated. So you have to stay curious. You have to read. You have to listen to podcasts like this. You have to talk to other marketers. You can network on LinkedIn. That's what I've done as well. Ask questions, join communities. I think that's what you need to do is just focus on how the industry is changing and always learn, always adapt, always try to get better. So when you think about great partner marketing and what it looks like, again, I don't think immediately about just the campaigns or content that you're creating. I think about relationships, I think about trust, I think about internal and external alignment, and I think about solving business problems and creating pipeline to help drive revenue for your company and for your sales team because you want to create opportunities for your sales team to close. And so if you could build strong relationships with your partner managers, I think that's the best thing you need to do immediately. Collaborate. You need to collaborate closely with the external partners then as well. Have a great relationship with your internal partner manager, your external partners, and then staying aligned with your marketing team. That's going to be huge. You always want to focus on business outcomes. You always want to align with what the corporate marketing team is doing. Who is their ICP or target audience? What kind of campaigns are they running? What are their themes? What are the topics they're focusing on? How do we bring a partner in there to solve that issue and drive revenue for your organization? So that's what I think great partner marketing looks like. So thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed it, I love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more partner marketing, marketing, sales, and go to market strategy and topics. So thank you again.